Okay, magandang araw sa inyo lahat rin Roadmap PH at ngayong araw na ito ay pag-uusapan natin yung naging laban ni Paras at Kyoguchi Part 3 tapos yung naging laban ni Casimero at Sanchez. Ngayon, I know guys that I've been slacking at medyo naging tamad ako sa pag-post ng mga videos in the recent months. I'm not gonna make excuses for it and I'm here to tell you guys that we are gonna revive this channel. Bubuhayin natin ulit tong channel na to. I'll do my best to cover every Filipino fight in the next couple of months. So, ganun din sa main channel, ganun din sa Instagram. So, let's get started with this one. The first one we'll see right away, pagpasok pa lang nilang dalawa sa ring, is Kyoguchi tried to shoot a right hand to the body, setting the tone early by dropping or by baiting etong si Paras na i-drop yung kanyang guard o ibaba yung kanyang guard para maging bukas doon sa overhand right later on in the fight. There you see that again. And then you see this in the rounds or in the later rounds as well where he just kept throwing those jabs to the body. At yun nga yung setup para sa kanyang overhand na makikita nyo dito. Boom, overhand right. Ginamit niya rin yan pang counter sa mga atake nitong si Paras. So tingnan natin to kung ayun, counter ulit ng overhand. And then we'll see that again here. Ka-counter ulit ng overhand. Now, this worked in the second fight. Ang problema lang kasi medyo mas magalaw itong si Paras. So, nahirapan talaga si Kyoguchi na iland yung overhand. Pero dito sa mga early rounds nung pangatlo nilang laban is medyo mas static talaga. Hindi ganun magalaw itong si Paras. So, ang nangyari, na-land ni Kyoguchi ng mas madalas yung overhand. Pero magbabago yun later on in the fight. Mag-a-adjust. Makikita natin yung adjustment na gagawin ni Paras maya-maya lamang. Ngayon, makikita nyo rin itong unorthodox shot nitong si Paras na nakuha niya siguro kay Golovkin. It's the high overhand. So, nangyari dito, pababa siya. And usually, nakatarget yan sa taas ng ulo or sa skull, okay? Which is a very dangerous punch, lalo na kung fragile yung kamay mo. Pero mukhang matibay-tibay naman yung kamao nitong si Paras. So, ayun, komportable siya sa pagbato ng mga ganitong awkward na suntok. Did it work? It didn't really land much, pero nangyari doon, it just threw itong si Kyoguchi off, lalo na pag nasa loob sila. Kasi hindi niya yun nakikita or hindi niya yun ina-expect na ganong angulo yung panggagalingan ng mga suntok na yun. Okay, pero in terms of damage, wala talagang damage yung mga high overhands itong si Paras. Hindi niya talaga na-land yun ng malinis. Now, we'll see in the later rounds, we'll see how Kyoguchi conserved his energy in terms of punching. Pero pagdating sa tulakan, talagang sumipag itong si Kyoguchi. So makikita niyo pinapatrasin dyan si Paras. And this went on for almost a minute doon sa example na to. He just kept pushing Paras around, controlling his head. As you can see here, naka-pin yung kamay niya sa kanang pisngi nitong si Paras or kanang side ng ulo ni Paras. And he just kept pushing him around without punching much, okay? And what that force or what that helped him to do is that it helped him to keep itong si Paras off balance kasi sobrang bigat ng stance ni Paras doon sa kanyang heel, so doon sa likod ng kanyang paa. So yung balance niya is talagang na-throw off dahil dito sa panunulak nitong si Kyoguchi. Kaya kahit hindi siya sumusuntok, hirap talaga si Paras na makuha yung distansya o makuha yung tamang posisyon para bumato ng kanyang power punches kasi nga hindi tama yung balance niya or hindi tama yung posisyon niya kasi lagi siyang tinutulak pa atras. Okay, next thing we'll see is gonna be those sidestep. Though hindi to masyadong ginawa ni Paras talaga. Kaso I would have liked him to see him do this more. Kaso nga, ayun, nahulog talaga siya, or hindi naman nahulog, pero napunta talaga siya dun sa laruan nitong si Kyoguchi where they just kept brawling on the inside, okay? At hindi niya na nagamit itong mga sidestep na to. Though you see some glances of that here or some tiny moments, some tiny bursts, short bursts of him trying it out. Pero hindi niya ginawa consistently. Next thing we'll see from Kyoguchi, dahil napaka-expected or napaka-predictable ng mga body shots nitong si Paras on the inside, inabangan niya lang talaga. So, sinalo niya gamit yung siko, then counter with the right hand, counter with the same side. Kasi hindi binabalik agad ni Paras yung guard niya or yung kamay niya sa guard niya pagkatapos niya bumato na itong mga wide hooks. So, makita niyo yung catch and shoot doon. Then here again, he catches that liver shot, counters with a hook, he catches that shot to the left side, and then counters with his own left hook again. Ngayon, makita natin na susunod is yung head control. Really good tactic here by Kyoguchi kasi kung mapapansin nyo, itong si Paras, laging nakasandal dun sa kaliwa niyang tuhod. So what Kyoguchi tried to do is he tried to keep him there by controlling his head gamit yung kanyang kaliwang glove, as you can see here. Okay, you'll see more of that on this one. At yung ginawa niya, pagkatapos niya itulak dun sa front niya, as you can see here, dun niya na sinet up yung liver shot. Boom. Or mga uppercut, mga left hook, anything on the left side. Kasi yun yung blind side mo pag nakasandal ka sa kanang tuhod eh. Tignan pa natin itong isang example here. He's keeping his head protected while controlling the head of Kyoguchi. Tapos sinaset up niya mga right hands dito. Though, hindi ganun kalakas yung damage, pero yung balance talaga ni Paras yung naapektuhan. Hindi siya masyadong nasasapak sa posisyon na to. Pero yung balance niya is naapektuhan dun sa head control. Okay, here's where the adjustment came in. The adjustment came in noong round 5. Okay, round 5, Paras came back to what worked in the second fight, which was stay in long range. Tapos i-stick out lang itong lead hand na to. Dito talaga nahihirapan si Kyoguchi kung makikita niyo yung laban niya kay Teraji. Doon din siya nahirapan sa long range. And I was puzzled on why Paras did not do this earlier in the fight. Bakit hindi ito ginawa ng mas maaga? Round 5 niya na ito ginawa. And I thought that Kyoguchi won most of the early rounds. So it was a little bit too late. Not too late, but I think that it just wasn't early enough. I would have loved him to see him do this earlier para makuha niya sana yung mga early rounds. Kasi nung late rounds, it was really controversial kung sino nanalo doon. Then here you can see him do that again. Just throwing some soft jabs, tapos sinatap niya yung right hand, bumato siya ng isang power jab. Then here you can see him combining it with other punches, mga tapping hooks, mga pasampal na suntok here, long uppercuts, not that much damage behind them, but it just adds more variety into that tactic na in-extend niya lang yung lead hand niya. Now he's adding some more punches into it. He's adding some soft right hands, soft left hooks, mga pasampal na suntok, habang sumacircle siya sa kaliwa nitong, or sa kanan nitong si Kyoguchi. At dito talaga hirap si Kyoguchi sa mga mahilig gumalaw pa lateral or sa mga mahilig gumalaw side to side. Then dito makikita nyo yung long uppercut. So instead of throwing just jabs, he mixes it up. Boom, long uppercut right there. Kasi sumasandal itong si Kyoguchi paharap. So inaabangan siya ni Paras gamit yung long uppercut para pag kayuko ni Kyoguchi, kakainin niya yung uppercut na yun. Boom. Although not much power behind those shots, pero hindi siya kasi ina-expect na itong si Kyoguchi. So next thing we'll see, yung ginawang tactic ni Kyoguchi dito, which tingin ko is insufficient, pero pwede na rin, is hinantay niya lang talaga na huminto sa paggalaw itong si Paras para maland niya yung overhand. So dito makikita yung jab and move pa rin si Paras. Nag-jab and move pa rin siya. Inaantay lang ni Kyoguchi na promeno, tapos doon niya na ibabato yung kanyang overhand. Or that's a bad example right there, hindi niya actually na-land. Pero dito makikita niyo na yun. Hinantay niya lang na i-plant na tong si Paras yung kanyang paa, tapos babato siya ng jab. Doon niya na nakuha yung timing para sa overhand. Again, it did not land. Yung talagang effective tactic na nagamit ni Kyoguchi ng late rounds is yung 1-2. He let that right hand go, boom. As you can see there, he stepped in hard on that 1-2. At yun pa yung makikita niyo. Even in the last round, boom, 1-2 right there. Dip to the left para maiwasan niya yung suntok ni Paras. And that's what worked in the late rounds. Now, here's my scorecard for this fight. I thought Paras won 7-3 or 6-4. Okay, I'm leaning more towards 7-3. Simply because sobrang hirap talaga si Kyoguchi nung mga late rounds, especially when Paras tried to keep that range. The only problem was kasi malalambot talaga yung mga suntok na binato ni Paras on long range. It wasn't damaging or it wasn't notable enough to be seen by the judges. Pero mga pasampal siya na sapak, mga panukat na jab, mga flicking right hands, which I thought was enough to win him the round. Pero for the judges, I would understand if hindi nila binigay yung round kay Paras kasi malalambot yung mga sapak na sinuntok niya or yung mga suntok na binato niya. Pero I still had it 7-3 or 6-4 in favor of Paras. Now let's look at Casimero versus Sanchez. Mabilis na lang to, so stick around and we'll move to that fight next. Stop. Okay, Casimero versus Sanchez, mabilis lang to. I think it only lasted for like a minute or a minute and a half. So let's get started with this one. The first thing we'll see with Casimero, with Sanchez, is he expected, inasahan niya agad yung right hand nitong si Casimero right away, right from the get-go. So inabangan niya yun, and then sinubukan niya ang counter and gamit yung check hook, as you can see here. Boom, okay? So that was the first sign that Saul Sanchez already was expecting itong right hand ni Casimero. Okay, so whenever Casimero stepped in with the jab, inaantay ni Sanchez yung right hand para maka-check hook siya and possibly pivot out on that left side. Okay, which Casimero hindi naman niya tinuloy doon. Really smart choice by Casimero not to let that right hand go right away. And then same thing right here, very subtle kasi hindi nyo makikita sa camera angle, but Sanchez was waiting for that right hand. And then he caught Casimero there with a check hook, and the best way to know if it landed is pag gumalaw yung buhok, and that's what you saw there, gumalaw yung buhok nitong si Casimero, which means that the check hook possibly landed clean. So here you guys will see him throw that right hand finally, and whenever he misses, one of his exit strategies is by dipping on that same side. So if he throws the right hand doon sa kaliwang side, he would take an extra dip para maiwasan yung counter ng kalaban, and then he would step away. Boom, as you can see there, takes that extra dip, and then here you'll see that once again. He throws a right hand, he takes an extra dip, lowers his head, tapos naiwasan yung counter nitong si Sanchez. Now here you'll see him get caught with a jab. So Sanchez first threw a series of jabs here to the chest, tapos babaguhin niya dito, boom, left hook over the top, which kind of shows you that that hook defense can be improved, right? Kasi mababa itong right glove nitong si Casimero. And then he got hit with the right hand right here, which I'm not going to show you anymore. I'm just going to show you the finish. There he got caught with a check hook. Again, inabangan niya na naman itong right hand ni Casimero. He tried to catch that shit, tried to throw a hook of his own. And when this happens, it's only a matter of kaninong hook yung mas maikse, kaninong hook yung mas compact. And in this particular example, mas naging compact or mas naging tight or mas naging mahigpit yung hook nitong si Casimero, therefore allowing him to land first bago pa maland ni Sanchez yung kanyang sariling left hook, and that's why he got dropped. Now let's look at the finish. Again, Sanchez expected the right hand, so he was able to duck down. Again, he was able to duck down, keeping that head low kasi alam niya yung looping right hand yung ibabato ni Casimero. And then ang kasunod niyan, usually uppercut, diba? Then here he was trying to pick his shots. Most of these are blocked, you gotta be honest. Again, the only shot that landed there in the 8 punches or 8 to 10 punches that Casimero threw was a left hook. Okay, so most of these were blocked, but the people were cheering, so everybody thought that a lot of these shots were landing. So again, mostly blocked here, left hook, and then good decision by Sanchez here to smother. Actually, napahaba pa to kasi ang haba nitong finishing moments. So left hook again. Nice right hand, straight right hand. And then, again, try to land that straight right hand. One thing I liked about this fight, Casimero starting to throw straight right hands, right? That's a really good thing to see. Kasi noon, panay looping right hands talaga yung paborito niya yung bato. So there's the stoppage right there. And the fight was too short to really make any comments on his potential in the future. But this was a good fight. This was a good statement made by Casimero, and we can't really take anything away from him. He got hit with a few shots, but he ate him pretty well as we expected. At ayun, hopefully Casimero can still get some big fights in the future. But again, this fight, it was too short to really draw any conclusions or to make any assumptions about how he's gonna look like in the future. But it was a good statement, and we hope him the best in all his future fights. So that was it, and I'll see you guys soon. Subscribe if you're new. I have my Instagram, Chris_Bravo IX, and then my main channel is Ring Roadmap, and I'll see you guys soon. Ang next natin ay cover ay yung katatapos lang na laban ni Prince Albert Pagara, so watch out for that.